Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. You're back with Deck, and today we're playing some more Satisfactory Early Access. In our last episode, we got screws upgraded to our Mark 4 standard, and don't they look all pretty and whatnot? I like them, anyway. And that's all off one belt, so we've got a ridiculous amount of iron ingots left over, but I'm sure we'll need that when we get further down. And it's actually not taking all that long. Admittedly, you guys only see it one episode at a time, but me doing this all in one go, it's really not that bad. It isn't. Anyway, next was our copper cable. As you can see, I've already cleared the room already. And stutter, thank you. I just want to show this. I know it looks awful, but in fact, I probably didn't need to do this here. Let me demonstrate it on one where the belt actually is still. I want to get away from clipping, and this is the only way I've been able to find to sort it out. The only one I'm not going to be able to sort out is where the copper cables intersect with the screws, which is why you shouldn't really do screws as part of the bus. I don't know how I'm going to get around that, other than having one of them dip all the way down, but then it's going to intersect with the other one. I don't know. I'm going to have to suss something out, because like I say, I want to get away from the clipping. This isn't going to need to be... Yeah, let's leave it for now. I don't want to undo it and then that was just ridiculous. I don't want to undo it and then realise that I need it back in. So let's just leave it there for now and let's get screws started. Not screws, madman, we did screws last episode. Copper cable. So we've got space, lines coming in, and first machine will be there. Just not facing that way. How did you even do that? You absolute clown. There. Overhangs, overhangs, beautiful. And it would be splitter there, merger there, and that's generally the layout for the entire thing. Yeah. In fact, I don't have to keep shuffling the base, because copper cables, yes I do. Why did I get it in my head that I wouldn't need to shuffle? This is on the wrong tile. No, it's not. I got it in my head that I wouldn't have to shuffle the base because of my original design. I think I had two going in or something. Yeah, I'm going to have to keep shuffling. Fair enough, fair enough. Anyway, copper cable. Wire. God damn it. So, 30 machines is one belt. And that would give me 3 belts coming out. Would it not? You've got 450. 1 second. I just want to double check I've got this right off camera. 450 divided by 15 is 30 machines. 30 machines. Start again. 30 machines making 45 each. That's not the number I was hoping for. 1,350. Ugh. Right. And divide... Wait, what? 15. No, I'm confusing myself. 450 divided by 15 gives us the 30 machines we want. 30 machines making 45 each is 1,350. Divide that by 450. We get... no, it does work out. It's just because the number looks horrible. We get 3 perfect lines. And just in case it does happen, I am expecting a phone call today from Luna's mummy, who is in Cuba at the moment, enjoying her holiday. So, yeah, if I will cut the phone call out if it happens, but just to pre-warn you, if the video fades out, then, yeah, I've received the phone call. When I say fade out, I mean I'd cut the bit out of it, so it'd literally be a second for you guys, but, yeah, I just wanted to forewarn you. I'd say the same may happen for tomorrow's episode, because I'm looking to do a few more episodes today while I'm off, but we'll see, I don't know what time she's going to call. She is 5 hours behind us, and it's currently 11:30. So, yeah, I don't think she'll be calling me anytime soon. She called me the other day, actually, and it was like midday. She just timed it well, actually, because I just finished recording another episode of Satisfactory. It was endgame day, that's when she called me. But yeah, that's just a heads up in case. So, what do we need all these cables for? I'm fairly sure they're used in computers at the end, so we do want to definitely get 400 and, well, Mark 4 belts coming out. I keep calling them 450 belts. I hope you've got used to how I say things nowadays, because, you know, I just keep coming up with new names for everything all the time, and half the time I don't know what I'm on about, so how would I expect you guys to know what I'm on about? I have no idea. I'll work on it. That's all I can promise. I will work on it. Anyway, we're nearly at the end of the 30 buildings that we need. And next comes telling them all what to do. Wire. Admittedly, I know there's more alternate recipes out there, and if it comes to the point, like Spike, where I've got to, well, where I do update the game, and I know you can scan for crash sites now, which is a dead good idea. Yeah, I don't know if I'd redo the entire base for everything alternate recipes, but we'll see. You never know. It may increase the time that this series runs on for, and Subnautica Sub-Zero is done, but I'm enjoying it, so. Anyway, we've only got like another million more of these to do. It's not going to take us but a minute. I can't wait till we start getting down to the late end stuff and getting that up to Mark 4 standard. Don't think we're going to be able to do that with like computers, but we're going to try. It's going to get to the point where I'm going to have to come back and it's like, right, we need another line of screws and another line of iron plates and rods and all that jazz. We'll deal with that when we get to it. For now, it's just one thing at a time. Calm yourselves. Calm. Right, so my power pole's now in the completely wrong place. Let's get it in the right place. And it's going to make all the power poles more uniform now as well. Just need to clip that one moment, and you go in, and jump pad should just be there. It's the one to the side of the splitter. Yeah, it's going to need more adjusting for the sky rail, but that's something for me to do tonight, possibly. Although I've been thinking of redesigning my thumbnails recently. I may do that instead. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, power is next. Then, you know, everything just like before. Splitters, mergers. I guess I could do all of this off camera. The upgrading, because you've seen me do it a few times now, and it's exactly the same. But I just want to show the progression of the base getting up to the Mark 4 standard. And if I do it all off camera, then you're missing out on loads of stuff. I know it's stuff that we've already done, but I'm only going to be doing these factories once. If I need to make this factory again on a second floor, I'll do the first one on the second floor just to show you how I'm doing it. But after that, it'll just be me doing it off camera and then coming back in and using it where we need to use it. But, you know, that's getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. At least at the minute, anyway. So, we're not even halfway down yet. Good God. These do take a while to do, don't they? I did tell you that when I did the smelting one. That took an absolute age to do, but there was a lot more faffing about with the belts to do there. That, and I could just place these power poles down properly and get them to snap to the grid, but we've got our ways and our means now. We're going to stick to it. Stick to the patterns. The base is going to be nice and square now, though. Well, by the time we've finished. That one is not quite in the right place, but I really don't care about the odd pixel. It'll be fine. In you go, in you go. You've only seen this a million times. Well, at least... well, no. This one is a bad example, because we had kind of already done the wire. It's just, it wasn't quite full capacity, and again, we've not got full capacity's worth of copper coming in. I'm hoping it'll be okay. We shouldn't need that much until we start actually going for the computers. Then I might actually have to make some copper outpost funds. Not something that I've done yet. We've got the one copper mine, but that really is it. So, splitter needs to be facing that away, and you need to be that a place, and we just run all the way back. I do normally like sorting the merging sides out first, just because that's where the belts are fancy. I'm really about to run out of cable. Luckily, we're right next to the cable factory. So I haven't got to run all the way back to base unless it's empty, which it really shouldn't be. Really shouldn't be. One moment. Doesn't it look pitiful? Just the one machine making all the cable this base has ever needed. Bless you. Bless you, machine. In fact, no, there's two of them, isn't there? What belts are these even on? Is it Mark 1s? Come on. It is. It's just a conveyor belt. That must be our only Mark 1 belts anywhere. Let's just take both of these. Well, you're about to get a big upgrade then. Just to quickly look at the maths. 30 into 15. So we, for now, only need one line coming out. So one line would be 30 machines. So I'd need 2 belts coming in for the copper wire. It's just wire. Stop it. But yeah, we'll sort that next. We are going to get it up to the Mark 4 standard, as are we with everything. And then we start getting to the fun stuff, because I believe next is reinforced. No, it's not. It's these. Reinforced iron plates, I was right. I'm thinking, mixing it up with encased industrial beams, I will get it all right at some point in my life, just not today. Alright, let's keep going. Plop, and in you go. Come on. So yeah, I have said that our next content will be Subnautica Sub-Zero. I've not actually bought the game yet, but when I get round to getting ready for it, I will purchase the game. It's not exactly expensive. I think it's £15 on Steam. Well, in change, but if I want a game, I tend to just buy it. It doesn't really bother me how much it is. Unless I was looking at... What game was it? I did want to get... I can't even... Just Cause 3. But I refuse to pay that much for a game. That's why I don't tend to go for popular games, shall we say. Just doesn't do it for me. I'm not a popular game fanboy. I prefer to play the littler games like this. Building games. You don't see many top-end... Well... That sounds terrible. You don't see many top-end building games? Yes, you do. You know, like big, monstrous releases that are like £40–50. I prefer the smaller ones, and then all the DLC. 2 Point Hospital, a good example. City Skylines, I've not played it on the channel. I have played it personally. But City Skylines is a brilliant one. I never... Did I buy some DLC for that? I can't remember. I don't think I did. I'm doing this in reverse order. Normally, I like to get all of my mergers in next, but screw it. We're going to do it like this for once. Then we've got to work out where... Well, it'll be 10 machines for one line, obviously, because they're doing 45 each. Now, though, we are going to see the problem with the copper, because it won't be able to fund all of these machines. Not until it stalls out, anyway. But that's not ideal. We want good ratios, and actually... I wonder if the iron ore line, well, the iron ingot line, the one that's missing, it's only got 300 ore coming in, not 450, because I've still not hooked that up. I wonder if that one's being used properly yet by the screws. I doubt it, because we've not got to the sections that I need to upgrade to use all the screws, but I did hook them up a little bit. They are kind of joined up. It's only making reinforced iron plates, so it's not like we need them right this second. A lot of this I don't need the Mark 4s for, but it just depends what we need at the end. I'd rather be ready and have one full belt of absolutely everything than then have to come back and do it all again anyway. But yeah, I'm sure if I went up onto the sky rail now, the first third of the base, because I think we're about 3/4 of the way up there by now, the first third of the base will look beautiful, uniformed, and all spaced out brilliantly. In fact, the bus is getting a nice upgrade as I go back as well. Like I've shown you earlier with the dip-in belts to get away from the clipping. Once I've got all the way up to one section, I do off-camera go back and sort out the bus for that belt. Although last time we did it on camera. Right, we need 10 factories joined together, so this will be 2. I don't know why I'm on top again. 3. And we know exactly how we're going to do it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this will be number 10. So this doesn't need a merger, but I want to get the line in ready. Oh god, there are screaming children outside. Guess that's what happens when you live on a street where there's a school at the top. Alright. Yeah, I just want to get this in for now because I know that's the mirrored design for that. Anyway, 1, 2. Lag spike. 3, 4, 5. Come on. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we'll put this one in. And just get this line in. My mouse apparently being a little bit temperamental now. I have also thought about building walls between all of these. Down the middle here. But I still like to be able to see my entire factory all the way down. We'll see what happens when I get to the second floor. I may change my mind about everything, but... 1, 2, and 1. Nope, we're not doing that yet. Mergers, so 1, 2. This should be 10. And then it's all right. 3. Come on. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Wunderbar. Wunderbar, indeed. Very first one is incorrect. Well done to you, sir. You win the noob award. Thank you. Thank you. Come on, you know what I want. Just get in the goddamn hole ball. Yeah, good old Happy Gilmore. Not seen that movie in quite a while. Did used to like Adam Sandler. Not so much anymore. Not so much. Not to say that his stuff's bad, it's just... I think it's a little bit more childish than me now. I say that and then people at work talk about absolutely childish stuff and I find it hilarious. I don't know. I don't know. And, right. So we want to start with you, and then we want to plan out where we want our stackers. Which, actually, should line up exactly with this, because that'll be too far. So you're going to go there. 2, and then 1, 2. And... It is a slightly different design, isn't it? It's fine. So you're going to go to there, and 1, 2, 1, 2. Don't know why I'm not placing these belts, but never mind. It's fine. It's fine. Each factory will be slightly different. And then obviously we want our final stackers there. Just to make it all nice and uniform. Yes, yes. So, let's actually start running these straight out already. And I believe that is where it all used to be. I thought I was being clever and put it back in. I really did think it'd line up slightly differently to that. I think it's just because that side's tall, it looks slightly different. Yeah, it's all in the same sort of order still, isn't it? I've not made some catastrophic mistake. Let's go up. Going up here is going to be tricky. Done it. Nailed it. We've got a gap of 1, we've got a gap of 2 that side that we need to sort out momentarily. Gap of 1 there. It looks a lot less compact over that side than it does that side. I don't know why, it's probably just perspective, but... I like the fact that all the factories are roughly the same length there. And then it's sparse right there. Yeah, that's fine. Oopsie daisy. Oh, that's stupid. No, land on the machine so I don't take damage, please. Anyway. Yeah, I want to get the splitter back in. I'm sure I ran... Yeah, it's got the feet and the feet line up. I've joined it all up. Yeah, I tried to be a bit clever at the start of the... Well, before the start of the episode and get this bit in, but never mind. Not sure if you reach or not. We'll see in a minute. Because then we come from the end now and then join up. For now, that can just go to there and we'll deal with the bus in a moment. Do you actually? No, you do not actually. Well, we'll get it as far as it can go and then you can jump in. It will be okay. I wonder. Lag spike. They are getting a little bit more frequent. 2, 3. I think I've done one too many on top of these. Yeah, I have. Whoa, which direction am I facing? I got lost there. I'm just wondering if that can reach straight in. No, it cannot. And this is where the screws will intersect with it all. I don't think there's a way around it other than not building screws there. There is a way around it, I just don't want to do it. Do it. We're getting away from clipping. Alright, so the way I've been doing the other ones, and we're just going to do this the opposite way, so it will look a little bit stupid. We have... Oh my god, that was like pinball. Don't jump on them. We go like this. So we know... Can I get my stack? It's always hard on the Mark IV belts. So that'll be line number 2, and that'll be line number 3. Coming straight out of the factory, it stays in a straight line. If we're changing things, it's the bus that gets changed, not the outputs from the machines. So that is where our lines are going to be. Just to join them up. Like I say, I want to get away from the clipping. We've had our fun and cheated and stuff like that, but now it's time to end it. And I think the best way is going to be to go up, unfortunately. So we are going to have a stupid spike in the middle of it all. This one can keep going straight. That is not a problem. Well, that one doesn't need to keep going straight, does it? It just goes straight the way through. And then everything else needs to go up by 2 tiles. I'm going to hate it. I know I'm going to hate it. So you're going to go to there. I'm just going to remove this one for now, because it's right where I need to keep walking. And then you're going to come down. I don't like that. We need this to be more uniformed if I'm doing it. Let's try that on for size instead. Then you go up 2. What have I got to do it for? 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, this might be easier from up top. A little bit. No! Not if you run on them, it's not. Anyway, me screaming like a girl aside. 1, 2, and 3. And 1, 2, and 3. This is the only way I can see us getting away from the clipping. And I really don't think I'm going to like the outcome at the end. I mean, I'm trying to keep it as neat as possible. That's why we've got the 1 gaps everywhere, but still, I'm not a fan. Well, the 1 foundation gaps. Really? Did I screw that up slightly? Yeah, I just need 1 more stacker on top. I don't know, it looks quite neat. No, you don't need another stacker on top. Yep, yes, you do need another stacker on top. God damn it, man. We're not even meant to be doing screws today. Screws were done yesterday. I guess it's bus upgrading though, so we can get away with it. And then we can get rid of that divot there, it would seem. We'll leave it there for now in case I do need it still, but I don't think I do. So that's screws for now. There's no more clipping, so I guess you can't complain about that one anymore. Not that anybody has complained about clipping, but, you know, I aim to please, often miss. Yeah, that's not going to need to be there anymore. Because it's going to have to be one this way, unfortunately. We'll see when we get there. Which actually means these all need cutting back now as well, because I changed them. Oh, that's not good, is it? Let's put that back in. One thing at a time. One lag spike at a time. Right, that's good. Get rid of you, because I don't want lines being weird, and you should reach back to there. All of these lines should reach again. Should. Because I literally just put the drop in and then readjusted them. Maybe not. Oh, no. Right. Now this one you're not going to see. Well, you are going to see it, but pretend you've not seen it. We're going to keep it at the full length, and it's going to join into there. But just so it's not going straight through that, I'm going to move it there. It overhangs a tiny bit. Forgive me. It'll be fine, right? And I'm fairly sure, with me shuffling things back up, I will be able to move these again. So long as they're at the full length of 6 away. Excuse me. This one should just marry up. Yes. Right, can we get back to the wire now, please? I don't know. I quite like that, actually. I'm amazed I didn't actually land on the belt there. So that's how we're going to do it. The bus jumps, the outputs stay outputty. Outputty, what a word, you imbecile. Anyway, in we go. That can go back in. We've got 3 lines coming in, so you need to be taken down a peg, and you need to be taken down a peg. So if I do the entire bus like that, I will have no clipping anywhere, because I sorted the clipping at the entrance, and the only other clipping was on the bus. Generally, my manufacturers are quite good at not clipping. I say quite good because there is the most marginal amount of clipping, but it's at a level that I think is acceptable. It's like the conveyor belt just brushes the products that are going on underneath. I've got to have a tiny bit of clipping, right? I can't do the entire game clipping free. Well, I guess other people have, so why can't I? Anyway, I'm not other people. We're going to run out of encased industrial beams again. Oh, man. Wow, it's nearly time already. Well, we'll get this finished up, and then we'll call that a day. You've got to admit, I did make the bus slightly less infringing on itself. I like this. Let's go. Admittedly, I'd like to be on the screw one more, but anyway, we're going to run face first into this. Duck! Duck! No, you can't. Is that a thing in the update? Can we duck now? It would be nice. We'll just go belt surfing. Yippee. Let's have a quick sort and see. We should be okay. Just drop off a few stacks of these, because I'm going to have to do more stuff between episodes. Let's go up onto the sky rail, because it's going to be nicer. Maybe I should think about how that actually gets up there and not make it float. Admittedly, I say that. My entire sky rail is floating at the current moment. It's fine. I don't mind the odd floaty thing. It's only to help me get around. I could just put some stairs back in. That would fix it. That was a horrible place to jump off, but we made it work for us. Fair enough. Fair enough. We're not actually that far away from wires. You're safe. We're nearly finished. And then cable next episode, which is going to be fun, because it's not the ratios that I really like. Although, yeah, we'll still be able to make it work. Wait, no, this is the one where the ratios didn't work out like I wanted them. It's fine then. Cables will be okay. My face, it really itches. Come on, get. Oh, did I mess one up? I hope I only messed one up. Again, I have noticed the, it's probably just me being me, but it is getting slightly worse at deleting things. It tends to phase through things a lot. Really? Yeah, that is coming out. What have I done? It needs to merge in that direction. That is what we're going for. Oh, I swapped the wrong one. Or I'd messed the other one up, should I say? I hope I've not done that for these last 10. Yeah, but that... It must have just been pointing like spike outwards instead of the right way. Fair enough. Right, let's get these machines hooked up and then I can run the belts back towards the bus and you numpty. Yeah, they're all wrong. I've only been playing this game for 84 hours, 43 minutes and 5 seconds. And I still can't place merges correctly, it seems. Yippee. I've actually spent longer than that because I did start an off-camera playthrough that I really didn't get very far with. I just had some horrible spaghetti. And I rushed my way up to reinforced iron plates. And I'd got the stackers and splitters and mergers unlocked. It literally took me like an hour, maybe 2 hours to get there. I really did do it quite quickly compared to how I did on camera for you guys. But, you know, that's when I'd got more experience. So, yeah. I've probably not even got 100 hours in this game yet. And I feel like I'm decent at it. Maybe decent's being too generous even for me. I can build factories. I mean, it's not complicated, is it, once you get going? The last things are going to be complicated, and the only complicated bit is getting the resources in. Once they're in, you can do whatever the hell you want. As you can see, that's why my base is just one sprawling mass going out to one side. But it's nice. I like it. My base is wonderful. In you go. Good. So that is one shed load of wire. I am trying to perfect the skill. One day I will master it. And you come down to this one and jump up. Well, you don't jump up, you stay level actually, but you know what I mean. And it'll be this. No, it'll be this one. Up, up. Yeah, I do feel that the new styles that I've come up with are working out for me and I can remember them better. Nope. Try again, buffoon. And... oh. Well, that's it then. That's 3 lines of wire coming in. I've still not got on the flying manta thingy-bobby either. I will get there eventually. I will, I promise you. It's probably when we get the second floor put in. Let me off here because I want to jump up onto the actual pad so then we can see it at an angle. Yeah, the way I want to do the new thumbnail designs, I will be able to screenshot different things, admittedly. Every photo so far would generally look like this if I was going to be doing it. No. Maybe it'd be better if I did it like that. Not that I'm doing the screenshotted versions yet. Maybe for the next playthrough. It's just been a while with... my arms are killing me. It's been a while with the current thumbnails. I wanted a slightly different design. I know other people I watch don't tend to redesign their thumbnails as much as me, but that is where my expertise comes from. I did essentially graphic design at college. Feel free to point out how much you dislike my thumbnails. They work. They've got a font that is legible even to dyslexic people because it's got no curls and frills. It is Tahoma. I used it through all my college work. I love it. I've got colours that don't marry up, so you don't want reds, oranges on top of each other. I've got nice, crisp, differentiated colours. That's not the right word, but anyway. Colours that aren't similar. You don't want similar colours on top of similar colours because it makes them hard to read. All that jazz that I learnt at college. It's fine. Either way, we've got all our cables wires up and running. So I think that is a good place to call it quits for today. So thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see some more. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Cheers!